And a very good morning to you and welcome to Get Creative on Saturday the 2nd of June 2018. Firstly, my apologies that there was no Get Creative last week. I know that many of you will know that we're having problems doing live broadcasts at the moment. It's not actually our problem. Well, it is our problem. It's become our problem. It's become a lot of people's problems, but it's all to do with Facebook and the way they've changed their APIs. It's got all something to do with GDPR as well. You'd be very surprised to know, but we are waiting for them to get that resolved because we use a particular program, a particular platform to do the live broadcast to make sure that it's as seamless as possible. It's also the best quality. So the only way around that is to do something called RTMP, which is way over my head. You asleep yet? So we're not going to be doing any of that. So we're going to wait until such time as we can do the live broadcast again. So what we will do in the interim is we'll do them more or less as live, which is what we've got today. So what have we got for you today on Get Creative? Well, the first thing to say about Get Creative is join it. I mean, you're on the page. So as you're on the page, you should be thinking about adding yourself as a member. Very easy to do. All you've got to do is add yourself and we will accept you. If you're already a member, then you'll know what the benefits are. There are a whole range of different recordings of live broadcasts, live demonstrations in the past on the Get Creative category page on alanbarry.co.uk. So to access all of that, and that applies whether you've joined Get Creative or not, all you need to do is go to www.alanbarry.co.uk, go to the download section in the shop and then scroll down and you will find a category called Get Creative, and from there you will be able to access all of the live and recorded demonstrations from previous weeks. So there are absolutely loads now because we started last September. So do make sure that you have a look at that and you will be able to download all the projects. Now just one thing about downloading the projects, and this is about GDPR again. When you click on the download button, it will ask you for an email address. That email address is going nowhere. It's not being stored anywhere. It's not being kept anywhere. In fact, if you wanted to make up an email address to put in there, if you don't believe me, then go ahead and do that. It will still allow you to access that download as long as it's in the correct email configuration formula. So just make sure that you remember that it's not being added to a database and you're not suddenly going to get loads more emails or anything like that. It is just a access code. It's basically a code that we use to allow you to get hold of that download. So that's very simple. So what is the download this week? Well, it's a set of floral backing papers, and in fact what I'll do is I'll show you on the computer right now exactly what you're going to get. I don't even say exactly what you're going to get for your money. Well, there's no money to exchange hands. It's absolutely free. And if you're not already a member of Get Creative, then you know what to do. It's very, very simple. All you've got to do is request it and you will be accepted. Tell all your friends about it as well, because we have got well over 200 members now, and that's growing and growing and growing. So anyway, I'm waffling. Let's show you what this week's download is. So excuse me, just brought it up on the computer and the computer's being a bit slow, but then hardly surprising. There are 6 different designs in this and you're going to get them as landscape and portrait. I'm just going to run through the portraits for you because obviously it's the same design for all of them, but clearly the alternatives are landscape and portrait. Now I really am waffling on, aren't I? Now you can see how gorgeous these images are. Obviously absolutely free, so click on the link in this post. That will take you to the website, and once you're on the website all you need to do is click on download. As I've said before, it'll ask you to enter an email address, and then once you've entered that email address you can get your download. There isn't a demonstration for this, unfortunately. They are backing papers, so it's fairly self-explanatory. And as I said before, once we've got this problem with Facebook sorted out, we are hoping to be returning to live demonstrations in the next couple of weeks or so. Alan's health obviously permitting. Oh dear, sorry, the computer went black there as well. So Alan's health permitting. Of course, that's another issue as well that we've been dealing with because, as many of you know, and I'm not going to bang on about it again, but he did have a very unfortunate accident in December, and it has, and it is, a long road for recovery. So there's some days he feels like doing stuff and other days he doesn't. So we're just going to have to go along with how he is. Now, perhaps what will happen going forward is that the bit with me may well be live and the part with Alan may well be pre-recorded, but it will be recorded fresh. It won't be something from months ago. It'll be something that we've done live, and we'll have done it in his own home, so it just makes it easier to do it as a recording. And what we're trying to do is obviously make things as convenient and as easy for him as possible. So let's just remind you about everything to save you waffling on. To get hold of this download, all you need to do is click the link on this page. That will take you to the website. Click on download, enter an email address, and then click on download again, and you will get the download. If you want to look at previous weeks, or previous weeks, in fact previous months now, of Get Creative, all you need to do is go into Get Creative category, again, alanbarry.co.uk, craft downloads in the shop, and then scroll down to Get Creative, and then you can see all of the different demonstrations that we've done over the months, and there will be many recordings there of live demonstrations, because previously obviously we've done live demonstrations quite a lot, which we are hoping to return to. If you're not already a member of Get Creative, all you've got to do is just request it. If you are already a member, do tell your friends and family about it as well, because we are growing all the time. As I've said, we've got over 200 members now, and I'd very much like to see that as 2,000 members in the not too distant future, and why not? So one thing we don't do on this particular page is we don't do anything commercial, so I'm not going to be saying you've got this at $1.99 and that at $2.99 or any of that stuff. This is all about a page where people can get together, get some free downloads, and where possible get some fabulous demonstrations as well. Do remember, however, to visit our YouTube channel, which is very, very well worth it. There are now over 3,000 videos on the YouTube channel. And all you need to do to find that is go into YouTube and type in Alan and Barry in the search engine. We're not Alan and Barry the Debt Collectors. You will see the cartoon of us there. Click on that, and then that will enable you to access all of those 3,000 plus videos that I've just mentioned. So there are tons and tons of demonstrations. Also on the website, alanandbarry.co.uk, there are craft channels. There's a 24-hour channel on the homepage, and if you click on Video TV, you'll find a variety of different channels dedicated to a particular genre of crafting. So there's all of that for you to avail yourself of, so make sure that you do just that. And everything being well, I'll be back with you next Saturday, which, if my calculations are right, is the 9th of June. So take care and enjoy your download. Nice chatting to you again.